Yo, check it. Takashi, right? Dude was a straight-up beta, lost his girl to some jacked-up dude. Classic heartbreaker story, you know? Life was a total snooze fest. Then, out of nowhere, the world goes batshit crazy. Zombies everywhere, man. Like straight-up Resident Evil shit. But here's the twist. Takashi transforms into a full-on gigachad. Like, whoa. All the girls are drooling. Even Saya, the girl who was always on his case, is kinda looking at him different. Dude's got that anime drip, you know? Then it's like chaos mode activated. Some random dude's going ham on the school gates. And then there's Ashi, the queen bee, with her whole TikTok crew. One of her followers tries to be a hero, but nah, he gets chomped. Boom. This fool gets all up in Jashi's grill and plants a bite on her like it ain't no thing. Ray, seeing this mess, sprints back to class faster than a squirrel on Red Bull. Ray bursts through the door, tail between her legs. She spots Takashi and practically begs him, "Yo, bruh, we gotta bounce out of here." Jashi struts in, all nonchalant, and tells Takashi, "Heads up, some peeps got bit at the main gate." Ray tries to act like a total teenager, all sass and stuff. Takashi ain't having none of it. Smack! He shuts her right up, puts her in check real quick. Next thing you know, these three, Takashi, Ray, and Jashi, are looking like they're about to fight off the whole freaking undead army. Takashi breaks a broom like it's nothing, fashioning himself a weapon. Ray, in a moment of pure genius, whips out her phone and dials her pops. A total cop. But hold up. The line's busy. Done, done, done. Things just got real. The outside world is probably way worse than they thought. Voice crackles over the loudspeaker. It's the school announcer, telling everyone about the zombie apocalypse and to evacuate like their lives depend on it, which, spoiler alert, they do. But then, silence. The announcer gets all messed up, screams echo through the mic. Everyone freaks, yo. Total panic mode in this school. Our crew, Takashi, Ray, and Jashi, try to avoid the zombie mosh pit in the hallway. They're on a mission to the management building, hoping to avoid the chaos. But guess what? They bump into a freaking zombie. Ray, at first, is like, ugh, gross. But then her inner karate master kicks in. She unleashes a flurry of kicks on that zombie's sorry butt. Problem is, even though she totally nailed it with a heart-stopping kick, the zombie just keeps shambling towards them. Ray gets pinned down, scared out of her mind. Jashi jumps in to save the day, but the zombie gets him good, chomps right on his arm. Ray looks at Takashi, pleading, "Dude, you gotta save Jashi." Takashi straight-up clobbers that zombie noggin with a bat like it owes him lunch money. They hightail it to the roof, but bruh, when they see all the cities turned into a freaking apocalypse movie. Military choppers buzzing everywhere. They know they're knee-deep in some serious messed-up gravy. The school's a total war zone. Students dropping like flies, then twitching back up as mindless flesh-eaters. Looks like head stomping is the only way to send these suckers back to whatever pit they crawled out of. But hold up, before they can catch a breath, here comes a whole posse of their classmates, looking like they just want to sell them tickets to Chris Brown concert. They dust those zombies good, then hightail it to the roof and barricade the stairs to keep those bitey fiends at bay. But then, Hashi starts feeling all funky from that chomp he took earlier. Dude's begging Takashi to end him before he goes full zombie. Takashi, being all soft and stuff, can't bring himself to do it at first. But then he sees the look on Hashi's face, all twisted and in pain, and knows what he gotta do. He steels his nerves and creeps closer. But bam! Hashi croaks and pops back up as a full-blown zombie. No time for tears, dog. Takashi swings that bat like a pro and puts his homie out of his misery. That's rough, bro. Meanwhile, down in the halls, Saya and this, mega nerd are booked it. Saya's just trying to survive, while this dude's yapping on about Tattlin' Taco Tuesday. Saya's gotta smack some sense into this goofball to get him on the same page. Back on the roof, Ray and Takashi are still tripping on losing Hashi so soon, but they gotta man up. Takashi grabs his phone and tries to call Ray's pops. This time the dude actually picks up, but the reception's all messed up. All they can make out is something about the city being in a total meltdown before the call cuts out. Sweet. Things just keep getting better, huh? Downstairs, Nerd Boy is still bugging Saya about calling the cops. Saya gives him the ultimate eye roll and tells him to quit talking like he's never seen a zombie flick. This ain't the time for the authorities, dude. This is the time to survive. This chick, Saya, looking hella pissed. Stuck with some dude who's smart like a doorpost. Meanwhile, some dude named Kazu is wailing on a zombie with a freaking pole like it owes him rent. This blonde with some serious loot is sizing things up. Kazu tries to hype her up to bounce, but this chick's all about that loot life. Big mistake. Boom! Zombies bust through the windows like a Kool-Aid man gone wrong and nom 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 on Kazu. Just in the nick of time, this badass chick with a sword shows up and wipes the floor with those Z's like they're nothing. She introduces herself as Seiko and props up Kazu for being a hero, even though he got himself bit. Seiko drops some knowledge bombs on Kazu, explaining what's going to happen now that he's turned into one of those flesh eaters. She even offers to put him out of his misery, you know, the whole mercy kill kind of deal. Kazu ain't down with becoming a brain muncher, so he begs this chick, let's call her Psycho for now, cause why not, to end it all. Saya and brainless frog, Hirano, are raiding a TD room like it's Black Friday. They finally snag a nail gun, perfect for some long-distance zombie killing. Zombies start banging on the door like trick-or-treaters on Halloween, but Hirano ain't scared. This dude takes that nail gun and goes full-on Rambo on those Z's, from scaredy cat to zombie slayer in record time. Meanwhile, Takashi and Ray are tag-teaming some zombies with a high-pressure water pump. They're like a well-oiled machine, taking down Z's left and right. After a quick pep talk, they head out, ready to whoop some more zombie ass. They eventually link up, and Takashi suggests hitting up his crib to find some more survivors. Ray be tripping, talking about calling his moms and pops. But Takashi shuts that down faster than a disco ball in a power outage. Apparently, Pops is out on some out-of-town hustle, and Moms be teaching little rugrats at some booth camp. Meanwhile, Brianless fools be all childish, chucking wet towels at the zombies. Like, seriously, girl? Those things are about as dead as last week's TikTok trend. But hey, at least she learned something. Turns out these zombies don't feel nothing when you smack them around. All their senses are fried like yesterday's French fries. But they still got some messed up hearing, 'cause they be all twitchy when there's noise. Shisa and Seiko be chillin' in the faculty room, looking for some sweet ride keys. They take a moment to catch their breath, and Seiko be like, "Yo, Shisa, your threads ain't exactly built for speed." Then bam. Seiko pulls a fan service move that would make even the most hardened B-movie watcher blush. We talkin' next level thirst trap, right here. Back with Saya and Hirano, things be getting real. Hirano's out of nails for his nail gun, and the zombies be closing in like flies on a dung heap. Saya screams like a banshee, attracting everyone towards her. She tries chucking trophies at the zombies like they're some kind of undead bowling game, but that ain't doing nothing. Finally, she whips out a drill and drills a hole straight into a zombie's head. Metal as hell. Just then, the whole crew shows up like knights in not-so-shiny armor. Takashi and Seiko jump in to help Saya mop up the remaining undead. After they dust off the zombies, Ray and Shisa be checking on Saya, who's looking more shook than a chihuahua in a thunderstorm. Seiko introduces herself to Takashi, and introductions be flying around faster than popcorn kernels in a hot pan. Saya can't handle all this craziness. She starts bawling her eyes out, the horror of it all hitting her like a ton of bricks. The rest of the crew finally realizes, oh snap, this ain't no joke. This zombie apocalypse is just getting started, and things are about to get way more messed up than a sequel to a bad sequel. Later, the crew be huddled around a TV, watching a news report that's more disturbing than a Uwe Boll movie. The report be talking about death and destruction everywhere, and then, bam! The reporter gets eaten alive by a zombie on live TV. Talk about a brutal way to end the news. Saya over here thinks it's some lame government trick to stop folks from flipping their lids, but yo, this ain't no joke. Word on the street is this whole damn North American continent is up to some mess-up stuff. Overrun with flesh-eaters, man. Even the big wigs at the White House bounced, setting up shop on some fancy boat in the middle of nowhere. Looks like they're thinking about busting a cap in this whole dang place. Nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure, right? This morning everything was chill, and now it's like the apocalypse showed up early for a surprise party. Ray over here's still tripping, talking about things going back to normal. Girl, wake up and smell the freaking ashes. Saya's got the right idea. This ain't some playground game. Humanity's been on the brink before, thanks to these flesh-loving fiends, and it ain't looking good this time around. So, how'd those past outbreaks end, you ask? Shiso here's dropping knowledge bombs.